it's one of those things where when I was a little kid, I was always drawing and was always scribbling and coming up with ideas. And then once I started taking art classes in high school and junior high, I started to realize, like, hey, there's something there. And then when I got to college, where all I did was art, which was fantastic, it was one of those things where I kind of realized uh, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. And that,
It was an old textbook, an art history textbook, and I liked all the images in it, those really big textbooks, and I cut all of the pictures out of this, 500-page catalog and posted them on this piece of wood, like super glued them, almost like a collage style, of all these old pieces from, masters and art history. And, the first thing I did was just to paint these black and white pictures because it was a textbook and colorize them. And I did that for months, and it was just something to do when I got home, and it was fun. When I moved out of this house from college, I just tossed it on the curb. Everyone just gets rid of things.
I mean, my father used to take us to the museum all the time, and we used to spend our Sundays there, go to the libraries, and I'd just always be into the art. Books, pictures, everything.
So I put it on the curb, and I left, and I came back, and I saw some people kind of rummaging through the garbage, taking couches and stuff, and two girls pulled up and took that piece that I was working on, and it blew my mind, man. Like, why would they take that? I threw it away, and to me it wasn't anything, but to them it was, and that was a moment where I'm like, cool, that's awesome.
my specialty started off doing portraits, and very quickly learned there was this great thing called cartooning and illustration. So
Growing up in my household, I had two older brothers that were living with me at the time, and they would always be drawing. They're real big and heavy into comic books. So I recall myself looking through their comics and then looking at some of their drawings, and then I just started mimicking what Stan Lee had done in his comics. And from that point, everybody's like, oh, you should do something with this, keep it going, do something with it.
I do freelance for game design. So for like iPod and Android games, where you have they'll have like a game in mind, but they'll need a character to go through it, or they'll need icons. So I just wrapped up work on one called Stir Fry for the iPhone, and that is it's a lot like Tetris meets Bejeweled with vegetables.
I am a happy artist. I love creating. Some of my pieces turn out to be on the darker side, I guess, sometimes, or maybe creepy. I've had that, but I don't think I mean it to be, and I think that's cool to hear that feedback.
Always drawing, and I don't really. It's kind of like I can't stop it, sort of a thing.
I've always found myself wanting to go in this direction, because I'm like, dude, that's a great idea for a t-shirt, man.